Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Peanut Nola 504 in the house. We coming up on another weekend, another a weekend talking with your boy this morning. Another conscious community segment of the day. I'm out here to have that conversation with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys woke up with a positive attitude. I hope you guys, are feeling blessed this morning because, you never know when your last day, when you're gonna have, when you will never wake up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping and praying that you guys are having a blessed morning. I'm here. Like I said, it's a privilege, honor to be able to speak and get up in the morning and be able to speak and talk about what's going on out here in these YouTube streets. Okay. Um, I've been just getting warmed up on learning more about StreamYard and learning more about being online. What's up? What's up, Annette B? What's up? Got my sister in the house. Good morning, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. This morning there's a lot to be talked about this morning in these YouTube streets. I know that I haven't gotten to being able to send out when I'm coming on yet. I'm just getting hot and learning more about StreamYard and being online because for those who know me, most of the times I'm always doing a video. You know what I'm saying? So this morning, so I will probably have a lot of people just pop up randomly today. And I'm never about the views. It's not even about the views with me. I don't care if I have 5 or 6 people watching, learning the message, and building together is what it's all about with Peanut Nolan. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. It's all about learning and getting and positive vibes because we have so much negativity in these YouTube streets. We got so much negativity, and we don't talk enough about what's going on positive, and we don't move to what we can do to grow in learning and how to become a better person in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that's coming on to me. Um, I like to say that I haven't been on YouTube for a very long time, but people like you and that and have been spreading a lot about letting people know about me and everything, and I am blessed to have a great followers that have been really helping my content grow. I have been getting better as it goes. You know what I'm saying? And you got to start somewhere. I like to say that my content is growing, that it's getting better and it's getting better. And as time goes on, today's topic is about protecting our kids from pedophiles. Okay, and this is a touchy topic to some people. For those who have been touched by pedophiles, I want you to know that I have the utmost compassion for you. For those who've been, their lives have been wrecked by these demons, these pedophiles out here that are linking in on our kids. Okay, I want you to understand that I'm all for you in realizing that this is what this topic is all about. Yesterday, Miko Worldwide was exposed. Miko Worldwide, a big YouTuber, was exposed for molesting a 10-year-old boy. Okay, and supposedly, allegedly, he has done this to several other young folks. Okay, that he has done this to several other young folks. The police in Colombia has arrested him and bringing him back to the States. Okay. So for those who don't know, that Miko Worldwide is a big YouTuber. He's a big YouTuber on YouTube, and he has a lot of followers, but he's also has a dark side, and he has been messing with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's been doing. So but this is a terrible story. I will let you listen in a few seconds. I'm gonna let you guys listen to actually the links to everything what's going on in a few seconds. I'll let you hear the video. It's terrible because we think about Nature Boy and we think about the boy is doing out here, but there are more demons out here that are not being exposed. We focus so much on Nature Boy, and we don't think that there's others out here that are messing with our kids. Okay, so there's this world is bigger than Nature Boy. Okay, this world is bigger than Eligio Bishop, and I want you guys to understand that. Okay? Understand that the demon, the devil, he's a sexual demons prey upon young people who are not developed, whose minds are not developed. They tend to go after. This is what the Catholic priests have been doing for years. They have been manipulating young boys, and they've been using religious tactics to have sex with young boys. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, is that even in these religious institutions, that these people that we look up to, and a lot of these so-called churches out here that we think that are holy and they are closer to God, but they are closer to the devil. We have to understand that they are more closer to the devil. Some of the things that you see on Nature Boy, the things that he do when he lures mentally challenged people to come over the carbonation. He doesn't go after sane people like yourself on that. And this is the things that we have to understand. So this guy, Miko, chose to go to Colombia, where he was doing a lot of work with young people. And if you Google him and you look him up, you will see that he's engaged with a lot of young people. And I noticed that Miko Worldwide is a young person himself. He's got to be in his 20s, give him like 22 or something like that. And so we all know that most predators tend to become predators because of things that have happened to themselves. Okay, most predators, most predators prey upon people because it's a learned disorder, a learned disease, a learned mental disorder. And these are the things that we have to understand. People are not born to be pedophiles. They're not born to be pedophiles. These people have been exposed by others. They have been exposed by others, rather it's their uncle, rather it's their father, rather it's cousins. And see, in the Black family, in the melanated family, we refuse to talk about issues like this because we like to protect our predators. Because we don't want to say that cousin June is over there messing around with the little girls. We don't want to say that he has them on his lap and he's touching these little girls. But what we have to understand is that pedophiles go after little boys because it's much more easier to come after a boy than going after a little girl. It's much more not like, what we like to say, They like to, in a way, they in their mind that nobody would believe. And most of the young men, like Ryan Savage with African Bambaataa, Ryan Savage is 50 years old. He is 50 years old, and people was making fun of the man and talking about, that he was 15 years old when African Bambaataa was molesting him. Why didn't he do anything? And they are torturing the victim. Why didn't you do anything? At 15 years old, see, that's what people don't understand. Everybody runs at a different level. Everybody runs at a different level, folks. You might have a 15-year-old that is sexually active. Then you may have a 15-year-old who may not have sex until he's of age because he still has a young child mind. I knew 15-year-olds who still video games, who still watch cartoons. So we cannot expect to think that everybody mentally is on the same frequency, the same level. We cannot expect to believe that every man, every boy, every girl are mature enough to understand what sex is. I know a friend of mine to this day. He is the real life. I got a friend of mine. He's waiting to be married, and he hasn't had sex, and he's 40 something years old. And would you understand that? I think it's a beautiful thing that he's waiting. Whether he does it, he meets that person or not, that's his choice. But what we have to understand is that people sexually run on different levels. So when we talk about you're 15 years old and you let this man touch on you, we don't know if Ryan Savage mind was developed enough to understand what was happening to him. As I listened to him and Hassad Campbell, and I listened to him talk about African Bambaataa, the man at 50 years old, you can see that the man has fear, that he sees like he have seen the devil himself. Like he have seen the devil himself. Because this man was a little boy at the time. And African Bambaataa was a guy that was in the public eye. And he was an idol to these young people. The young man was poor. And all he seen was a brother in the neighborhood that he thought that he could look up to like a big brother. And these are things that you have to understand, that we all move on different levels. So you cannot compare one situation to the next situation on how you would have done something. You may have been protected all your life. You may have come up in an upbringing where you were protected. And thank God you had great parents that protected you from predators. And these are the things that you have to understand. As I run this tape, I'm not going to show it because this is another YouTuber channel, and I'd rather run the tape on what's going on than show it, because I don't want no strikes on using somebody else's issues, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But these are the things that we have to understand. And as a conscious community, we so busy in the conscious community talking bad, fighting each other, in the conscious community. We are so busy coming at each other's neck on for views. But what are we talking about consciously? What are we doing in these YouTube streets that are making a difference in these YouTube streets? What are we doing as a nation of people? Do we want to look for drama, gossip, or we want to learn something? And this is the thing, what we look for. We care about views. I don't care if I got one person that's listening to me. And that's the thing that you don't understand. I'm not here to live off of you. I have a job. And this is the things that we have to understand. We have to understand that what are you in this for? Are you here to help and make a difference in this conscious community YouTube streets? Are you here to gossip and talk about your other fellow brothers and sisters in these YouTube streets? You have to ask yourself, what are you doing it for? Because we invest ourselves in negativity. We invest ourselves in negativity. But what are we doing to make a difference in these YouTube streets? We calling each other roaches. We destroying each other. We are destroying while our oppressor is laughing at us. We destroy each other better than anybody. What's up, K Money? And this is facts. This is facts. We destroy each other more than any nation or people. You don't see Caucasian people on the internet destroying each other. You just don't see that. You don't see it. We got grown folks. We got people that are in their 50s. We got people that are in their 60s that are on YouTube. Tearing each other down. See, our elder is the oldest and the wisest. Our elder is a person that you are to look up to. But if you're the same person that you were 5 years ago, you are 40-something years old and you're still wearing a jersey, looking like a teenager, acting like a teenager, you have not grown. You have not evolved to the man that you should be. See, a man who thinks like a child will be a child. And it's facts. See, I don't have no. I'm not teamed up with nobody. I'm independent. I go on everybody's channel and support everybody's channel. I'm not looking to steal people's following. I'm here to build with people following. I don't need your views because I'm not selling my soul for no views. I don't need to interview Nature Boy. I don't need to have these. Now, I enjoy going on the panel with Mr. World News. Mr. World News is a bad boy. Mr. World News is an investigator. I enjoy that. But I'm not there to go on people's platforms to try to make myself look good. My work is going to speak for myself. I'm going to start from the bottom and grab my small viewing on my own. You have to ask yourself, what are you in this for? Are you here to make your community better? Or are you here to make your community worse? You have to ask yourself that. What are you doing as a person in the conscious community? What are you doing in your life to make lives better? So today's topic is about protecting our kids from pedophiles. Our kids are the targets. Our kids are the ones that are facing these demons. Whether it's a female or rather it's a male. And that's what we have to understand. That's what we have to understand. That this is a war. And it's a war against our kids. Until we understand that when they take our kids, we are no more. We are broken men who do not know how to treat a queen like a queen. We are broken men out here. And you wonder why your man is more feminine than you are. You wonder why your man is in the mirror more than you are. You wonder why your man is messing with his hair more than you are. Broken men. There's a story behind everything in life. There's a story behind everything in life. You don't know who touched these men. We have men who act like women. We have men who call women out their name because they hurt. And they're just as feminine as the woman that they calling bitches and hoes. And these are facts. Thanks, sis. These are facts. I'm going to tell you what you don't like. Because when you come to this channel, I'm going to say what it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. Because at the end of the day, we got to get better. And only for us to get better, we have to expose us. We have to be willing to look at us. The only way you're going to get better. We can't get better without criticizing us. We want to talk about what the white man has done over 500 years. But we won't talk about what are we doing to us as a nation of people. Why are we not growing in our communities? Why we don't own our own businesses? Why are we not teaching our kids about credit, about businesses? Instead of buying a car, buy a house because your car depreciates. See, we didn't learn this when we were young. Because I remember when I was going to school, because the oppressor has taught the schools. And they teach you the learning of the British ways. They teach you their truth. And they push the theory of roots on us. And they told you that you are nothing more than a slave. You come out the womb believing that you are a slave. This is what manifests in our brain cells. Believing that we are enslaved, that we are enslaved in the mind. Yes, we are enslaved in the mind. But we have better things about us in our history than just being a slave. Where were we before slavery? Because every time they talk about black people, they talk about we are slaves. Right, K Money? We are busy envying each other instead of building up each other. And these are the things that we don't understand. We so invested in buying all the great clothes, wearing Gucci, wearing Polo, and not understanding that that's your oppressor that you're wearing. You're spending thousands of dollars of making them rich, but refuse to buy from black-owned businesses. You got food that is being sold in small market stores like throwaways. But we engage into products that are foreign made. We wear, and you got the coronavirus going on, and you have the Asian people acting like they are victims because people don't want to go to their store. They're crying that they are being discriminated. But Asian people, well, you're getting a little bit on what we have always been going through. We have been getting discriminated in our existence. You're the same people that have no respect for so-called African Americans that are Aborigine. You're the same people that disrespects the black woman when they buy hair out your store. You're the same people that put your nose up in the air when we have the audacity to put your nose in the air when we, as black people, are funding your business, making you rich. When black people don't eat Chinese rice. When black people don't buy horse hair for them. When black people don't go get their nails done by them. They suffer. But they look down on you. They look down on you as being the lesser man, the lesser being. But you are the children of the Most High. And they are a mutation of the Most High. See, the Most High is sending down. He's not happy of what the world has done to his children. And no time to see. When the AIDS epidemic came, when they had all these other things, you didn't see people, the people when they had AIDS coming out, you didn't see the panic that you see in these streets, because that disease was sent to a certain people. Now that this disease called coronavirus is affecting all people, now everybody wants to panic. When melanated people have been terrorized. People have been terrorized from existence. When we think about all this time we celebrated the leprechaun, St. Patrick's Day, and not doing research and understand that was the leprechauns was the indigenous people that were being enslaved. That was being enslaved by the oppressor. Yeah. Our people was the leprechauns that was enslaved. See, see, we only look to the history of the Africans. But there's more history in the melanated people that you don't really listen and try to learn. Excuse me. And these are the things that we don't understand. Why would your oppressor love you more than you? It's like they thought Uncle Tom was the problem, when it was Sambo all alone saying, Master, are you sick? I'm sick too, Master. And Uncle Tom was over there stealing food and giving it to his brothers and sisters. He refused to hit a black woman. And he took beatings. See, that's what research do. But they paint Uncle Tom to be the coon. See, Sambo was made to dance and look like a monkey and dance. Go on, boy. Go on, boy. Melanated people have been disrespected across the globe. But we refuse to lay down and not speak the truth. Little boys, little girls have been molested, terrorized because of what we don't understand is the things that we don't pay attention to. That you wondering why Dwayne Wade, little boy, is acting the way, because Dwayne Wade, little boy, went through some stuff, that we just not talking about. But his daddy wants to co-sign and make him a girl, something that the Most High, he's trying to play God. I could never let my sons tell me that they want to be a girl on something that the Most High made you. Because I'm not God. And I'm not the Most High. We are acceptance to everything. And we refuse to tell it like it is. We refuse to tell the truth because we worry that we're going to lose some friends. We worry that we're going to hurt some feelings. I'm sorry. This may not be the channel for you because some feelings will get hurt. And it is what it is. Let me see if I can get this this video, this tape together. I've been dealing with. I had the flu before that crazy sickness came, and I'm just getting over the flu. Thank God I went through all the symptoms, and thank God I didn't have none of them symptoms. I had this little raspy, lagging cough that's just been getting to me. But other than that, it is what it is. But I'm gonna play the tape right now of what's going on with Miko. His name is Miko. The man's name is Miko or Worldwide. Miko Worldwide. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm gonna try to play this a little loud, just a little clip on this story.
Of 10 years, then sexually abused him.
Fucking crazy.
It gets crazy. According to this, he left him tied up. He left him tied to his feet and arms in the trunk of a car.
Bro, what the fuck?
And this is a 10-year-old boy. All right.
And this happened in 2018, correct?
Right. And it says sexually abused. The assault occurred in the state of Georgia in 2018, like you said. And for these facts, there was already a conviction in his arrest that was ordered. So this is one of the reasons why they want him. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
What kind of person do you have to be to tie up a 10-year? According to the U.S. authorities,
and it's sad. It's sad. The story is so sad that the young man was a 10-year-old boy. The boy was 10 years old. And this man in his 20s, he tied the young man up. He had sex with the young man, put the young man, excuse me, in the back of his car. Had him tied up. Could you imagine what this 10-year-old boy went through? 10 years old. And you know, and that's why I say observe. Be careful. Because we don't know these people who we follow. And this is a big, big YouTuber. I mean, this guy here got mega numbers. Mega numbers. And all along, he's out there using these kids. We thinking that he's out there feeding the kids. He's going into his neighborhoods. But he's out there manipulating these kids and having sex with these kids. And he not only raped the 10-year-old boy, he tied him up and locked him in a trunk. I want this to sink in, folks. I want this to sink in. I want this to sink in. Yeah, as soon as somebody thinks that you cough a little bit, they think that we that we got the coronavirus. I've been dealing with this cold for the longest, and then the first day somebody said, "Oh, you got the coronavirus." Hell no, I don't have no fever, and I don't have diarrhea. Praise God. No. I'm not claiming that demon. I'm not claiming that demon. And these are the things that we don't understand. That our kids are vulnerable. You thought that young man thought that he was going to be raped, humiliated, and tied down? It's like and I hope and pray that Hassan Campbell is not playing around, that he is really going to take down African Bambaataa. I really hope and pray that he's not playing around, because apparently something is wrong with Hassan Campbell. Apparently something wrong with the man. And this affects men as they get older. Rob Savage said that he couldn't even hold hands. He didn't know how to be affectionate with his wife. The man is 50 years old. He didn't even want to cuddle up with his wife. It ruined his marriage, and he divorced his wife because of affection that he could not give his wife, because of the rapes of what African Bambaataa was doing to this young man since he was 15 years old. And then some people want to keep saying that 15 years old, he had the power to do this and do that. But when you're manipulated in the mind, like I said, of different people are sexually active at a certain time in their life. So we don't know what kind of trauma that this man received at that time. We just don't know. We just don't know. Like I tell people, you have to have compassion because you don't know when something is going to happen to your kids. You don't know what can happen to you. We only care about things when it happens to us. We can give a damn about what happens to others because with this coronavirus, it was all good when the times was getting it. But now that it's getting close and it's coming into our areas, we want to say it's a hoax. Hello, how you doing? Peace and blessings, Renee. Peace and blessings. And that's what we have to understand. We don't react to anything until something gets close to us. That's when we give a damn. That's when we give a damn. If it happened to our kids, it happened to us, our family, your wives, your husband, that's when you give a damn. Yes, so true. Kids are starving in countries. The cure is just fear. And that's the thing is people don't have the compassion that others, like I said, the man, apparently he went over to them other countries. And like I said, you can see in some of his pictures that in his photos that he probably was bringing food or in certain things. He's probably no telling what he was doing. And that love is love. When you're hungry, love is love. And unfortunately, they have kids that have sold their body to folks just to have love, just for food. Unfortunately, and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. And it's sad that like these circumstances, what we're talking about. Don't be afraid to talk about these circumstances of pedophilia and the things that's going on. They might have somebody in your life that is going through that situation. Don't be afraid to talk upon this. If something happened to you, you're free to come to this panel and talk about it. We're not going to judge you because I was a young boy. I was 5 years old, and thank God my brother saved me. My mother, God rest her, the rest of dead. She died last year. My mother died. Well, it'll be a year now. In April the 23rd, it will be a year since I lost my mother. And I remember, my mother had, at the time before she got her degree, wound up working for NASA. But when she was the beginning of her struggles, my mother had to work two jobs. She was a social worker and she worked another job. And with four kids, back in them days, you bring your kids by their families, family members, and stuff like that, and friends of the family and stuff like that, and that's what they did back then. And my mother friend had six children, so that's what people did. And her oldest son was a pedophile. He tried to touch me at 5 years old, but my brother wasn't having it. My brother caught him. So you don't never know what would happen to people. I just was saved. Thank God my brother stepped in and saved me. But what would have happened if he didn't bust in the door and catching this pedophile? We can't be afraid to talk about these devils, these demons. Because if you know anything about cult leaders, Most of them are pedophiles. When you look at cult leaders, most of the cult leaders, it's about sex. See, the devil loves to put sex. The demon loves to put sex into his plan. Sex is the key. It's the gateway in his plan. And that's a fact. It's a fact. Everything that you see now revolves around sex. Most of the people in carbonation, they're there because of sex. They're not there because they want to learn from the Master Chief. They want to learn something else. Sexual demons that's inside of them. Everybody that has went to that cult, it was all about sex. Jeffrey Dahmer, he was eating people. He wanted gay people. Everything was through sex. The devil runs through sex. I want you guys to know that I'm using this devil terms and stuff like that. I am not religious. I am spiritual. It's a big difference. I am not religious. I am spiritual. It's a big difference than being a person that believes in a man. And I believe in the spiritual high being, which is the Most High. Blessings, Chief. I have to go now. I always enjoy your content. Thank you so much. And it's always a privilege. It's an honor, Queen Chiefess. It's an honor to have Miss K Money spoken words. And I want you guys to please subscribe to her channel. I want you guys to subscribe to each other, and we can build. We can continuously build, because it's not about me. This platform is not about me. We can build together to be better in these YouTube streets. And we have to expose the demons. And we have to uplift our community and make other people uncomfortable. We have to make other people uncomfortable. I can care less who come in. But you have to speak the truth and tell it like it is. It is what it is. You heard me? It is what it is. Because I'm going to be me. Whether I have 3, 5, 7, 8 people watching me. I will never allow the growth of my channel to change who I am. Because who I am makes me me. I am thankful and privileged to all you guys that came in today to watch my video and me talking about protecting our kids from predators. And this is what I wanted to come on this morning. Normally, I'm talking about my Aborigine content and our identity crisis and stuff like that. But I wanted to come on here and talk about this because you had a big YouTuber that a lot of these young folks believed in. You know, Miko Worldwide. and he's raping 10-year-old boy, tying up a 10-year-old boy and having sex with him. And these are the things that we have to be very open with and have a dialogue and being comfortable on this conversation. Are they trying to take our boys? Is the system built to destroy our boys? This is the things that I want to know, because we have more young boys today that don't want to be affiliated as being a man. When I saw the young boys jump this young girl over some Jordan tennis, I was like, what this world is coming to? They had over 20-something boys jumping a young female over some Jordan tennis. What are we raising? What are we raising? What happened? Because that don't sound right. I didn't grow up in that kind of era. In the era I come from, the boy protects the female. Maybe I'm getting too old. I'm 44 years old. Maybe it's me. Tell me something. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous who we are as a nation of people. We have kids that do not want to go outside and play. We have kids who want to be on the internet all day. Who are we? Are we making our young men go outside and cut the grass? Are we paying somebody to cut the grass? Are we teaching our young men to wash dishes? Or we make the girls just wash dishes? Because see, my mother, God bless my mother, because she taught me how to be a man, and she wasn't afraid to let me do manly things. And I cook. She taught me how to cook too. I'm very independent. And this is the things that we have to understand. There's nothing wrong with a boy washing dishes, him cooking, him learning how to press his own shirt. You build independence. You build independence. And when he gets with a woman, his woman would appreciate a man that does not expect him to just be expecting her just to be cooking, just to be in the kitchen cleaning for his ass. She don't mind him sharing the load with they're working as one. What are we doing as a nation of people when it comes down to our boys? When it comes down to our boys, and I listen to Umar Johnson and his Pan-African theory and all this stuff about he wants the boys and all this other stuff, and some of the most psycho stuff I ever heard. I'll tell you this, and I will say this, and it angers me on social media that we can follow people that ask you for money and that you are not getting progress from. People can ask for money on these YouTube streets, but there's nothing that they're doing to make their circumstances and their area around them better. And all them donations to Umar Johnson, and how many times he is building this school, and he purchased two raggedy ass schools. And it's a shame that we so manipulated by these people. But they claim to be conscious. They claim to love you. If you don't donate to them, Then they got the audacity, the arrogance to get upset with you. They know different than the church pastor. They know different than the mega church that's out here telling you if you don't give your tithes that you ain't going to heaven. And these things have been going on for a very long time. For a very long time, people have been manipulating people through religion. It's a difference between being religious and being spiritual. Are you religious? Or are you spiritual? Because I want to know. See, I believe in the Most High. I serve the Most High. I talk about all glory goes to the Most High. I sleep the Most High. I breathe and eat the Most High. But I'm not religious. And it's a big difference. And these are the things that we have to understand. What is the purpose? Is your life getting better? Is your life getting better? Is the people around you life getting better? In these YouTube streets. Because these are the things I want to know. Are you the same person that you were 5 years ago? Are you that same person that seems to not be going anywhere? What is missing in your life? Are you marrying a man just to have a man? Do that man love you the way you should be loved, sister? Do that woman love you the way you should be loved, brother? Because you can't love either if you don't love you first. Everything starts with you. That person cannot love you unless you love you first. It all gets better when you love you first. When you have self-esteem issues and you need somebody to tell you, do you look good? Do my hair look good? Do my haircut look good? You should know that about yourself. You should have confidence that you look good. Because when you love the inside of you, you don't give a damn what the outside says. We worry about what others say too much. Like we're worrying about what the world thinks of us. Like they're going to change your circumstances in your life. And these are the things that we have to understand as a conscious community. Who's going to love you more than you? Who's going to love you more than you? I love me some me. Call it arrogance. Call it what the hell you want to call it. Because it starts with me. It starts with me. And then everything around me shall get better and evolve once I love me. My circumstances, the way I do on my job, because I'm spiritual and not religious. I don't depend on some man to come down out the cloud to come save me. I have the belief that the higher being is in me already, that he leads me every day. Because the Most High, we are the image of him. And he lived within us through our blood. Your good deeds in life is what's going to make you a better person. Your good deeds in life. What are your good deeds in life? All it takes is one person that you see hungry and you feed that one person. That's a good deed. You take that one person and you try to change and help them with positive things. You did your job. Love yourself. Love yourself. And thank you guys for listening to my rant. This is the weekend. This is Saturday. I hope nothing but more but the blessings of the Most High rain upon your life. I wish nothing but happiness to you guys. I will support your channels. I will support you. If you guys ever need somebody to talk to, you can inbox me. Whatever you got going on in your life, and you feel like you have nowhere to turn, and you feel like that the end of your rope is near, I'm here to listen to you and understand that your life means more than anything. Trouble don't last always. You have ups and downs in your life. That is a test from the Most High. You have a purpose in your life. Nobody can take that purpose away from you. Not your boyfriend, not your husband, not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your friends. Nobody can take it away from you. Love yourself. We all go through pain. We all go through difficulties, paying bills, going through struggles in our life. It's okay, but we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Let's protect our kids. Protect the kids because they are innocent. The kids are innocent. When you have a kid that's telling you and trying to talk to you, saying somebody's touching you, listen to that kid. Don't say that you're lying, because that is a circumstance where you can mess that child up for the rest of their life because you don't believe them. Listen to your kids. Listen to somebody else's kid who is crying out for some help. Listen to these children because these demons have to be stopped. These demons have to be stopped. Thank you. God bless you guys. Please press a like to the video. If you want to share, you know, please share. Also, if you want me to come on your platform, if you got StreamYard, I'm willing to come build with you guys. It's not about me. I'm always open to help your platform as well. Okay, so if you need me, if you want to build with me, we want to build together. If you haven't even started a YouTube and you feel like, man, I just want to start talking now. Talk your talk. You have a right to be heard, and I will support you as best as I can. Let's build together. They made StreamYard where you could put 6 people on StreamYard and you able to send out that message. Let's do this together. Let's build. Because only us, we winners. We winners. Much love to you guys. All glory goes to the Most High. I'm out of here.